this isn't important, but it's a little bit amusing. The royals. Oh, they're not really royals anymore. Meghan Markle and Harry have weighed in with this Instagram message about what's happening right now. Can you take that a little bit bigger? I can't quite frankly see it. I saw it on my phone this morning. Here we go. This moment is a true... This moment is as true a testament there is to the human spirit. Now, what does that really mean? Harry and Meghan, I think they're a little mixed up, quite frankly. They're on their way to LA or Vancouver or something along those lines. Anyway, I wish them the best. Folks, we got this to worry about, though, too, the economy. All of these measures that are being taken to save our lives, that's great, but we can't forget the economy. It could be devastated. Already, it is in something of a shambles. I want to read you this from the Wall Street Journal editorial page. They say that the costs of this national shutdown are growing by the hour, and we don't mean federal spending. We mean a tsunami of economic destruction that will cause tens of millions to lose their jobs as commerce and production simply cease. Many large companies can withstand a few weeks without revenue, but that isn't true of millions of small and mid-sized firms. There is great worry about how long this goes on for and what it could do to the economy. I want to bring in John Browne, former member of the British Parliament. He is a Newsmax contributor. I believe he shares these concerns. Sir, welcome.
Good evening.
Good evening. What's your anxiety level right now?
Very, very high. I don't think people realize that the shutdowns, which primarily sort of socialist orientated, I notice these big socialist states like New York and California sort of leading the charge, are bringing American business, not just industry, but business to an absolute halt already. And we only just started. Goldman Sachs predict that the American second quarter GDP will be down by 24%. That's $5.5 trillion. And this will give or lead to abject poverty, which will be reflected on the street with social unrest. I mean, I don't think the politicians and his technocrats realize the human cost and the human anger when a business is closed down, a family business, through no fault of their own, by some bureaucrat saying, oh, we've got to have a stand down. I mean, why don't we concentrate? Only 20% of people are in the risk of dying, and the 80% either get a mild flu or a bad flu, but it's only in that top 80% of which are over 80 years of age. And why don't we concentrate our resources on that and do as the British were going to do originally, and I think President Trump originally, is to let it play out and concentrate on the people that are really sick and have bad immune systems. But somebody's got to Trump and to Boris Johnson and persuaded them of this new tactic, unlike Australia, which has done exactly as I said. And the United States, United Kingdom and Australia were all in line before, and I think on the right track. And somehow President Trump and Boris Johnson, our Prime Minister in Britain, have been diverted onto a perilous track. Well, that now is causing real fear.
I hear you, John Browne. I did notice this with Mr. Fauci, our point man on the health issue. He's a bureaucrat, but he did acknowledge that all of these measures they're taking, there are significant public health bad outcomes, negative outcomes that will result from this. That does happen. We haven't heard much about that. From alcohol and drug abuse to all kinds of accidents go up, all kinds of bad things happen, and I think they're at least aware of that. Look, I have this theory. I've been watching President Trump's body language, quite frankly, that he knows more than we do. You'll notice that they put that 15-day plan. It's 15 days. I think he did that knowing that they're going to have serious momentum. These drastic steps could work faster than we've been told, and perhaps that we've been told on purpose.
Well, I hope I believe you. The fact is, poverty kills also, because disease spreads and everything, and there's, as you say, mental problems and everything else. I hope, I'm a great Trump supporter, so I hope he's right. I worry that seems to have changed his tack just as Prime Minister Boris Johnson has done, who I also support. They've changed from, they're the only people that are doing the successful thing, in my view, are the Australians. And I think we're going to get the worst of both worlds. We're neither going to defeat this thing completely, yet we will have killed our economy. I mean, stone dead. That's the problem.
I understand. John Browne, you bring a very important perspective. To be continued. You may, in fact, be onto something, sir. Very much so. John Browne, everyone. Thank you, sir.